Time, order, chaos, calm, and storm. Do these words have any meaning to them, or am I just saying them to sound mysterious? Time will tell. And so we find ourselves at the door to House Storm. I think it's time we went inside. So let's turn off our surroundings for a moment and close our eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Where we'd left off, we heard a noise at the door. It's finally going to open. It feels a little exciting, and you make sure you take a nice, good breath in. As the door is opening, you notice something flying through the air. And I'd like you to imagine what that is. Whether it's a bird, or a bee, or an insect, dragonfly, or something more fantastical. It just has to be flying. I'll let you think about that for a few breaths. You can think about the color, the size, the shape, the way it's flying. This is going to be your flying friend for this story. You take a moment to smile and note how wonderful it is that nature creates such imaginative things as these. The door opens, and an old man is stood at the door. He seems pretty wise. He looks like a professor, but he also looks a bit grumpy. You're uncertain, and you take a breath to calm yourself. He starts to move his hand towards yours, but it seems to move really, really slowly. You listen for a moment, and the sound of your flying friend has slowed down. It sounds a little bit like slow motion now. It flies close to you, and then stops. Still in the air, perfectly frozen in time. You look at the clouds. They've stopped moving. The trees, the leaves, they're not swaying anymore. You walk over to your frozen flying friend and decide to have a better look at them. What can you see? What kind of wings does it have? Poised to project it through the air, but currently completely still. What kind of feathers or fur or skin does it have? You can touch it, feel its texture. What about its eyes? They're currently laser focused on its path ahead. Open, wide, hopeful and determined. What colour are they? What can you see inside its eyes? Maybe there's a mix of colours. Maybe there's a pattern. A beautiful frozen pattern. But what's this we hear? Some footsteps. But it can't be. We're frozen in time, right? "Hello," says a voice, and you turn to see a young lady, somewhere in her 20s. She has a youthful, exuberant smile that radiates immediately onto you, and you feel the flicker of your own smile start to form. "My name is Effany Storm. She extends her hand. She has the single most amazing lightning bolt bracelet you have ever seen in your life. The colour, the texture, the shape, whatever you imagine it to be. You shake her hand and take a nice breath in as you feel the warmth of this moment. It feels like the beginning of an amazing adventure. Time, Effany begins, is one of a few things that don't work as we'd expect around here. She heads into the house and you follow her inside. And that is where our story ends today. And yes, there are actual characters in House Storm. Now let's open our eyes, take one more nice, deep breath. I'll leave you with this thought. If you could look at anything today through the lens of frozen time and get really close to it, what would you look at? And whatever you do with the rest of your day, wherever you go, have a nice time.